You know, it's always great information. It's always value packed. And as always, we're going to try to keep this very succinct and keep this down to about 30 minutes. So I see a lot of people already messaging already. You guys are already used to what we do. So everyone's already commenting where they're tuning in from. We have a lot of Arizona, a lot of people tuning in from Arizona, California. Florida is always showing up in the house. So good to see each and every one of you. And again, you know, we're going to have an amazing call tonight. California, Edgar, Puerto Rico. Good to see you from Puerto Rico. So we have a lot to talk. You know, there's been a lot of different movement in the rideshare industry in general. If you guys remember, Bill talked about a lot of different stuff with AB5 last week, which is absolutely incredible information for us and really sets us up in a unique strategic position. So definitely, you guys, if you didn't watch that, go back and watch that broadcast and hear the stuff that Bill was sharing in regards to that and how that can really benefit us in many different ways. So what I'm going to do right now is turn it over to the first man with the hat who started the whole hat movement.
Where are we at right now, right? And feel free to jump in, Taha and Bill, anytime you guys want. But let's start from the beginning, okay? All of you guys know we've been talking about the launch in Miami for some time now. And if you understand our business model a little bit, you know that part of a crucial thing that we're doing different is that we provide the driver, right, with their own unique merchant account. Okay, you guys all get that, right? I'm not seeing the comments, so let me see if I can bring some comments here someplace. Hold on one second. Yeah, there we go. So I can keep up what the guys are saying. So anyway, so that is such an important part, but it's not a part that we control fully, right? Because we need to partner up with merchant accounts. We have to partner up with companies that provide that service, okay? So one thing that we found, and again, right, it's trial and error, that a lot of the companies that were coming to play, yes, we're going to partner up, bringing all kinds of possibilities, right? They had to build this technology just like we had to build this technology, and it just wasn't working, right? So Taha, you probably want to touch on that better than me, because you know you're the ones on the train making it work. So why don't you touch on that real quick, and then we're going to move on. But I want people to get a clear picture of why we did what we did over the last few weeks and the moves we're making.
Well, actually, let me just step back for just a second, okay? We realize that a lot of people have been saying, hey, you guys launched in Miami on the 18th of August. What's happened since? All right, so that's what we're trying to fill for you as a gap here, okay, and what's going on, okay? And what David was just teeing up is a little bit about that, is like, what is it that is holding us back, and what, you know, things have we had to adjust for in order to produce a fantastic system, app, everything for you guys to go out and rock it with. So with that said, Taha, why don't you bring them up to speed on exactly what's going on with the merchant account and how that's related to the app?
Absolutely. Thanks for that, David and Bill. So as you guys know, you know, one of the things that I said right off the bat when I came on board is my job is to say no a lot of times. And that is to say no to protect you guys and to make sure when you're out there driving that there are no problems in the application. There are no problems in terms of you actually being able to take drives, take payments from riders, and riders shouldn't have those problems too. So part of that vetting is looking at which partners are good partners and which are not. And part of the problem that we face is when we're going out and partnering with people we want to help set up merchant accounts for individual drivers, we realized and identified some issues with their ability to scale at the rate that would help serve the needs of all of our riders and our drivers. And when we identify problems like that, we obviously look to fix it. But if we can't fix it with that specific partner, we should make the hard decision of dropping that partner and finding someone else that would be better in a better position to serve the needs of our drivers and our riders. And that's exactly what we've done. And that's something that, you know, I see people who have been looking at the application too. You guys want it to work flawlessly, but it's better to get it right now than to launch an application and you going out and spending a whole day of driving and then you having problems with those rides. So that change was a significant change, and we took that opportunity to actually revamp a lot of our architecture and infrastructure to make sure that not only the merchant account integration gets an uplift, but also a lot of other features get an uplift that you guys have been asking for a long time. So that's just a quick explanation.
In layman's terms, right, I can say that, and correct me if I'm wrong, Taha, a crucial part of our app, along with other updates that would just speed up, was literally built from scratch. Isn't that correct?
Exactly.
Since the launch in Miami. So, and again, right, that's what business are about. And Bill and I, we have conversations now every day, all the time. And he said something earlier that makes a lot of sense, and you guys, I'm sure you guys can agree, that the beauty of a startup, right, is that it doesn't take long to make decisions, right? You have to be able to be quick, see what the problem is, act on it, and just move on, and we're constantly tweaking, right? It's like an engine, right? We're building a Ferrari engine, but don't put it together and it works, right? There's a lot of tuning, a lot of, experience that goes along and testing. So we had to make that call, right? But it's an important call because guess what? The eyes are on us, right? Like, you guys did such a phenomenal job getting the word out, and people, they only talk about a few companies, and we're one of them, right? And guess what would it be like if we just let it go, right? And then people have a really bad experience because maybe a third-party partner that we have don't deliver, right, what we're expecting. So all of these things are things that you guys don't see behind the scenes. And honestly, most companies wouldn't talk about it, but we've made a commitment from day one. You guys know we're here day in, day out, letting you guys know what's going on, because we do appreciate you guys, and we know that we want you to feel at least that way, knowing that we're building this together, right? So we're coming to you every week here, making sure that you guys know what's going on and what are we doing to solve that, right? So with that being said, kudos to Taha and team, right? They've always worked fast, but man, this time it was like, weren't some of the team for 4 or 5 days straight in the office?
Yeah, we've got an extremely dedicated team. We had engineers coming in on Friday and leave the office on Tuesday to be able to get some major updates out for you guys. And then following that, we were actually able to do over 25 beta rides already, and we're on track to do over 100 rides by the next week. And with that, we're going to be able to share a lot of information with you guys as to what we're finding in terms of earnings and what we're finding. That's what we're sharing with you on Facebook as well. If you guys notice, I know some of you guys see us going to kebab shops and different places, and you think we're partying all day. Those are one meal of the day that we're having because we're so busy working. They were like, all right, we got to get out of this place because we've been working for like 23 hours straight and have slept for like 30 minutes. So what do? Instead of just going out and taking a break, we go out and test rides, right? Because that's how dedicated and how much in love the trip we are, and how much we want to get these apps out in a perfect shape into your hands so you can go out and make a lot of money. So I think that's really important to understand that there's a lot of dedication here to support you guys.
Yeah. So with that being said, right, the Taha has the app out already, not for the general public, but our field ops in Miami, right? They have I have them in my hands too. Finally, I'm so excited that I have it. I had to almost like bribe Taha. I'm like, Taha, come on, man. I know I'm in California, but hook a brother up, and so anyway,
really, I had it like 5 days ago.
They're trying to keep you happy. Like, I don't matter anymore. I'm old news. It's so funny. But anyway, so the app has been out already as of this week. They've done a ton of rides, like Taha was saying. And the whole goal now, right, is really just try to break it, right? That's what they're doing every day, all day, trying to break it, find whatever bugs it is. Taha's team is on call pretty much 24/7 at this point, and there's different shifts and all that. So they're constantly getting the feedback for what's going on and improving. Again, like I said, it's an engine, you're tweaking it. So super. Who's excited about that? Comments. I don't know if it's me, but it looks like the comments is low down a little bit. Do you guys? Is it you, Bill? Are you
I'm super excited. Yeah, I'm super excited.
I'm excited too. Very excited.
Who's got 2 thumbs and is super excited?
Exactly. I think people are just really paying attention, which is great. Yeah, they're listening. That's good news. So beauty is the app has everything's improved. And again, if I'm saying something wrong here, correct me. But just based on what I see, servers are highly improved. The speed of the app, look and feel of the app, the onboarding process, I mean, it's pretty cool. You see Taha's photo, right, when you get in there. Did you change that or no?
Not yet. It's still
I
my.
actually kind of like that photo a lot.
I might keep it for the first release.
I know, you should keep it, you know. So anyway, so definitely super exciting. Also, right, part of what they're doing is trying to create real-time, real-life comparisons, apples-to-apples comparisons, right? So Nick, you know, our amazing Nick and Eric down there, he is actually driving he has obviously a driver account with us and Lyft. So they're just going out and they're able to do these rides from the same place, right, point A to point B, same car, pretty much around the same time to compare exactly, right?
Exactly the same time. We're ordering the same ride in the same car at the same time. So it's literally 1-to-1.
Exactly. Oh, exactly. Because then it makes sense because we can just go together. I didn't even
exactly.
So, and we're creating pretty much a case study, not just for you guys, but also for us, right? We have to make sure, one, we're competitive, right? Make sure we understand where can we improve, and maybe something that you know, we thought it was right and it's going wrong, right? So,
and you know what? What's also been super illuminating this week is seeing when we're comparing these things to Uber and Lyft, we're able to see exactly what they are doing. And we get a much better insight into their model and how they're pricing and how they're doing things, which gives us more information about how we can even tweak it better to make it better for you guys. So that's super important. And another thing that I think we really need to illuminate on, and certainly Taha and the team can talk more about that, but it's been really interesting to see their data in real time and then comparing it to ours.
Absolutely.
And I see a question, people asking which app we're talking about. So there's essentially we have two apps now, right? We have the app that we're planning to launch with until, if you're late here to the call, you can just watch the play to explain why we decided to very much redo the app. And this new version of the app is what the team has built since the Miami team. But it's not entirely from scratch, right? It's just highly improved and major parts of it was rebuilt.
I don't know if you guys have 2 minutes. I can share the app and the sharing feature real quick. It'll take me 2 minutes. I think that'll be really cool to share.
Buddy.
Yeah, well,
let's do that. Just kidding. You can go, bro. Let's do it. People are surely going to be excited.
I think it's cool that he's even doing it, you know, in the same car and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's
it's very
powerful data to get right there.
Super powerful. So can you guys see my screen right now?
Yep.
Yes.
Actually, I can't turn on.
And so let's just make it real clear for Joseph, who's asking this question. Okay, what you guys have access to are the previous version of the apps. That's what's up on the App Store and in the Google Play stores. Okay, what we're talking about right now is a new, completely redone version. That if you've seen the videos on Facebook this week, that Taha and his team have developed. And we are doing a whole bunch of testing on. That's what all this split testing is with Uber and Lyft is with the new version of the app. Okay, so I hope
look at how responsive it is. This super fast, like this stuff in the old app used to take a while. I could just browse around, look at a map. All of it is super speed. But here's something really cool. So I click on the menu button.
Hey guys, let me go before you go there. What Taha's going to show you right now was probably one of the things that first conversations we had, right, Taha?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And you know, I couldn't wait for this to be here, and Taha delivered on it. You guys are gonna love this. So you guys know what I'm gonna show you right now.
Check this out. I'm gonna go to my menu button down here, and then I'm gonna click referral program, and there's my detail for the rider referral program if I want to share information about it, right? So I can click the share button up top, and right there I can choose how I want to share it. So I'm gonna message this one to myself. Right? I'll obviously shared this with myself a few times. Just for demo purposes, that was that easy to share my referral link, right? I'm going to log out of here because I want to show you what it looks like when someone signs up with your link that you share now. You know, previously you had to share a link. It would take you to the website and you would have to type in the referral code and all that. I'm going to just do a sound check, by the way. Bill, David, you guys can still hear me clearly, right? Okay, great. So now it's going to be this easy. You shared a referral link and your friend simply clicks on that link and it recognizes if their phone is an iPhone or Android. If it's an iPhone, it sends them to the Apple App Store to download the latest app. And, you know, you can just download it. If it's an Android, it sends them to the Google Play Store. Once they download it, since I've already downloaded it, I'm not going to do it again for speed. I'm going to show you guys. Once they download it and they click the app to create a new account. So I'll just, create a new test account here. So we'll say 302.123.4567. Just going to use a dummy number here and a dummy email address as well. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and create an account. I'm going to get my OTP here in a second. So what you guys are going to see on the next screen is going to be something super, super powerful. So here's my OTP, and look at that on the bottom. Do you see that? My referral code was auto-populated. I didn't even have to type it in. And that is so powerful that you can share it as much as you want, and no one ever has the possibility of forgetting your referral code, right? And I'm going to show you one more screen here that's really, really powerful, and then we'll kind of go back to our regularly scheduled program. You can, Taha is at your service. That's my referral code. I can enter my zip code, and I'm going to hit sign up. And right there, I can take a picture, right? And it shows you what the example picture should look like. It shows you that my picture won't qualify. It says right down here. So let's go through this real quick. So I'm over here. I'm taking that picture, and it says, hey, how does it look? I hit submit, and I'm all happy. I'm ready to submit. And it says, wait. Did you read the terms and conditions? I scroll down. It says, oh, you can't wear a hat. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I've got a hat here. So I'm going to redo it. I'm going to go up, click this guy, and be like, what's up? And there you go. I look like I need sleep, but that's okay. And that's a much better picture. So this is the picture below is a picture before I got started with Trips. So when I was getting some sleep, and now is when I'm working really hard, right? So, but here's a really cool thing that I can hit. I read the requirements. Is going to go through and upload the picture. And what's really, really cool is it doesn't end there. Now, I'm not going to show you guys my credit card on the screen, but I wish I had a test card to share with, and that would be really powerful if I could just show on the screen what that feature was. I'll just demo it right now. So we'll give it a second to upload the picture. But isn't this a big and powerful upgrade already, guys? Like the whole onboarding process is super, super simplified. And we're going to continue to make a lot of updates in this area so that this whole thing for riders and drivers turns into a super, super simple element, right? So let me just see. I think it's my internet is having issues over here. Connect to Wi-Fi. That should help speed it up.
And touching on that while we're waiting, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but a really cool thing that happened here is that we're encouraging from the beginning, right, the user, the rider in this case, to be able to identify themselves, have a photo, so that, for the safety aspect of the ride, right?
Right.
Obviously, we're really worried about making sure it's safer for the rider, but also for the driver. It's a win-win. And kudos to Taha for making it happen.
The rider verification starts so no one can actually sign up for an account without taking a profile picture, right? It's an essential part of the sign-up process. And right after you take a picture, right there, we're asking you to add the payment method as well. So I'll come back in here. I had to switch away for my internet to be able to. Let me share my screen again.
People are saying it's very powerful, Taha for president. They're super excited.
You guys are funny. So check this out. Another thing that happens right after. Can you guys see the screen again? I had to just switch my internet real quick to come to the screen. So the next screen is you got to add your payment method. And not only can you type the credit card in, but you can also take a picture of the credit card right there. I'm obviously not going to show my credit card here. I love you guys, but not that much. So it just scans the credit card right away. If you're in a dark area as well, notice that you can turn on the flash and it auto scans the credit card in. You can add the credit card information here and it saves it, which you can use to request rides. So super, super powerful feature. And there's a lot more to this application that we're updating. This is obviously just the rider app. There's humongous updates to the driver app as well. But just wanted to share a glimpse of what we're working on with you guys, and get back over to David to talk about some of the things that we've already found working on this.
Absolutely. So
yeah, people are really pumped up about this. I mean, the comments, man, are going crazy.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Guys are saying fabulous. This is so cool, fantastic.
This sharing process will help us open up markets faster. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, man.
No, this is super exciting, guys. And I know you guys understand, right? And this is important. That's the reason why we do this calls. It's important you guys jump on these calls and help us, spread the proper information out there. Because honestly, like we say it all the time, but Bill, you're probably in the same boat right now. I just know what Thursday is because of my alarm for this meeting. It's crazy. It feels like a long time, and for us, it feels like, man, it was just like yesterday we were in Miami. I just noticed too. Is that Christian?
No, this is
Xander, right? Hey, Xander. He's like, Daddy love.
Absolutely. So check this out, guys. This what David's going to share about fares and driver earnings is super, super powerful, and it goes back to prove our model and how powerful it is for drivers, right?
Right on. So part of the testing we've been doing, right, we found out that, again, right, this we're talking about specifically the Miami market. And let me ask you, Bill, I know you've been watching this a lot too, and maybe you guys can chime in. I know that right before we launched we had the event in Miami, Lyft dropped their rates tremendously, didn't they? But was that nationwide or was just in Miami? Because I heard that a lot.
No, it was
some markets.
It was just in some markets. Yeah, it was like Phoenix was there, Houston. That's just the first couple that come out top of my. I think maybe Dallas and Austin were included in that. There was about 8 or 10 markets. They'll probably, if Chase is on here, he'll know them right off the top of his head.
So anyway, but because of that, right, we found that they're essentially the competitor on the rates that we have to beat, right? Uber is definitely more expensive. But we also found that anytime we're taking rides, again, this is a real rides that we're talking about happening this week. Anything above $15, I mean, the difference is tremendous, right? I believe I have it on here. So give an example. This week, they took a 25-minute ride, $25 from the airport to Miami Beach. And the driver made 42% more money with Trip. Okay, how's that? How's 42%?
Freaking epic, dude. I could use that. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a nice little raise, isn't it?
Exactly.
And a similar distance and everything is still 35%. Again, we're comparing here Lyft and us, right? Same time, same place. Let me see what you guys are saying. I'm gonna keep up with the comments. Let's see.
So essentially on that ride, if a driver was previously making, $10, they're making $14.20 with the same price that the rider is paying. So that's how powerful that was. I know I'm giving an example of $10. This is for rides that were slightly longer, which generally tend to be it's a known thing that long rides are a money loser for drivers in terms of hourly rates with Uber and Lyft. It's a big thing is like, don't take rides from Philly to New York because you're not going to make money on it. It's just not going to be enough to cover gas and come back. With us, it's like you're going to be looking for that. You're like, oh man, how do I clear this money, right?
Somebody just said it here. That's another paycheck.
Oh yeah, totally.
Very true. It's a whole nother paycheck. So obviously, but we don't stop there, right? What happens to those shorter rides, right? We also are identifying that, doing a lot of tests on the net, see what kind of tweaks we have to make sure that those rides also make sense. So you guys can see, right, there's a lot of moving parts, but it's just so exciting that, to have it out there already functioning. As going back to what Tal said, the goal is to, by the end of next week, have done over 100 test drives, right?
Yeah, so that goes back to this, like part of why we're doing this is we're testing in different scenarios with different perspectives and different kinds of drivers within our own field ops to be able to understand at different times of the day, at surge time, when other people are charging surge, shorter rides, longer rides in different locations, at events. We're really trying to get an understanding of what fare pricing would be absolutely phenomenal for our drivers and how does our app work in those different scenarios. So we make sure that our drivers always make more. And not only that, it's always a better deal for a rider to choose Trip. And that's what we're talking about, guys. So when we talk about, you guys asked for progress, this is massive progress. This is something you all can be really proud of. Today, and these rides that are happening right now, and we share them on Facebook on a regular basis, Bill is going to continue to post more videos and footage out on a regular basis of our tests. This wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for you guys. You guys believed in us. You literally, put your heart and soul, all your effort into us. And that's why, together with obviously all the hard work that our teams are doing, but your belief that we are here. So you just got to keep with us and enjoy and celebrate this moment, and keep watching the next couple of, stages of us going from this beta into production launches, right? And we're going to find out so much more cool stuff where our business is really going to sell itself. You won't have to tell drivers that it's better, because drivers will be making 42% more on these type of rides, right? I mean, that makes an argument for itself. I don't have to convince anybody to come over and drive for Trip with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can be pretty easy, won't it? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
And,
right.
and just so everybody knows, sorry, David, just so everybody knows, guys, we are working as fast as we can. Okay. I mean, literally as fast as we can humanly work right now to get this into your hands. So I see a lot of people saying, all right, when am I going to get it? When am I going to get it? Okay. That's the reason that we're working 15, 17, 18, 20-hour days, is to get this into your hands. So trust us when we say whatever we can do right now to get the best system into your hand and the best app into your hand, we are doing, guys. We're doing it. Trust me. It's tough.
Absolutely. Guys, it's all I can say is this, right? We're working to make sure that this company, once, we turn on the switch, we're not going back, right? And that what it is, take decisions like this, which, guess what? Everybody's going to love, right? You're already loving it as you see. Once you have it in your hands, you're going to love it even more. So it's hard to tell you today, right, when, because I just read a comment of people asking when exactly they're going to have this app in your hands. We're going to continue to give you this progress on our calls. I mean, our hope is that it's hopefully by next week, right? Maybe the week after. But until we have this thing dialed down in a way that we know once we release it, there's no reason to be worrying. And first of all, going back to the first thing I said on this call, that our technology partners for the merchant processing is working flawlessly. All of that is super important, because guess what? If we launch, right, and the driver, everything goes well, but the drivers, because it's something that's not in our control, the drivers don't get that money, that's not going to be fun either, right? So there's so many moving parts that we have to, be responsible to pay attention and make sure it's working before it gets fully released. But that's part of being a startup. And with that being said, I think that we're pretty much done for tonight. So we've been here for 30 minutes.